If you're looking to buy a new phone, then you might be trying to choose between the new Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra and Apple's flagship iPhone 12 Pro Max. Let's break down the specs and put these two top-of-the-line phones head to head. Let's start with the price, and for both phones, you're looking at over $1,000 out of the gate. The S21 Ultra starts at $1199 US for the baseline model and goes up to $1379 for the 512GB model, which also comes with 16GB of RAM. But unlike previous Galaxy phones, there's no SD card slot on any of the new S21 models, so no expandable storage. By comparison, the baseline iPhone 12 Pro Max is $100 cheaper at $1099 for 112GB of storage, going up to $1399 for the 512GB model. When it comes to size, the S21 Ultra just edges out the iPhone with a bigger display. It has a 6.8-inch dynamic AMOLED display with a hole-punch camera with a resolution of 3200 by 1440 at 515 ppi. The screen also has a variable refresh rate that shifts between 10 to 120 Hz depending on what you're doing, like watching a video, playing a game, or reading static text on screen. The iPhone 12 Pro Max has a 6.7-inch Super Retina OLED display with a resolution of 2788 by 1284 at 458 ppi and a refresh rate of 60 Hz. Both screens also support HDR. The Pro Max comes in silver, graphite, gold, and Pacific blue, while the S21 Ultra is available in Phantom Black and Phantom Silver in the US. Both phones offer 5G connectivity and top-of-the-line processors, with the S21 Ultra packing Snapdragon's newest 888 processor or Exynos 2100 chip depending on your country. The iPhone Pro Max uses Apple's latest A14 Bionic chip. Both phones are water-resistant, rated at IP68, but while the S21 Ultra is rated for a depth of 1.5 meters for 30 minutes, the iPhone was tested to a depth of 6 meters for 30 minutes. Next up, the all-important cameras. The iPhone 12 Pro Max packs three 12-megapixel cameras on the rear, an ultra-wide-angle lens at f2.4, a wide lens at f1.6, and a telephoto lens with 2.5x optical zoom at f2.2. It also has a LiDAR sensor for better focusing in low light and AR applications. On the front, the iPhone 12 Pro Max has Apple's true depth camera with a 12-megapixel sensor and an aperture of f2.2. The S21 Ultra packs in an extra lens on the back for a quad camera array. There's a 12-megapixel ultra-wide-angle lens at f2.2, a 108-megapixel wide-angle lens at f1.8, and two 10-megapixel telephoto lenses, one with a 3x optical zoom at f2.4 and a second with 10x optical zoom at f4.9. You can even go out to 100x zoom, which is a combination of optical and digital zoom with some processing to improve sharpness and detail, what Samsung calls space zoom. And that final sensor you can see on the back is what Samsung is calling laser autofocus, which is similar to the Note 20 Ultra from last year. On the front, the S21 Ultra has a 40-megapixel camera with an aperture of f2.2. Both phones offer optical image stabilization and let you capture 4K video at 60 FPS on both the front and all the rear cameras. The iPhone 12 Pro Max can record Dolby Vision HDR video, and the S21 Ultra can record in HDR10+. The S21 Ultra has one more trick up its sleeve in that it can record in 8K at 24 frames per second. Both phones ditch the headphone jack and don't come with a charger in the box, so you'll need to bring your own charging brick or buy one separately. Both phones offer wireless charging though. Apple has touted its MagSafe accessories that work with wireless charging on the Pro Max, while Samsung also offers reverse charging for accessories. In terms of security, the iPhone uses Face ID, while the S21 Ultra unlocks with face recognition or using the fingerprint reader under the screen. And when it comes to add-ons, the S21 Ultra will be compatible with Samsung's S Pen stylus, made famous by the Note line of phones. You'll be able to use an existing S Pen or buy a newly updated standalone S Pen or S Pen Pro. As for battery life, Apple doesn't disclose battery capacity, but from unofficial teardowns, it's believed to be 3,687 mAh, and in CNET's latest test, it lasted 19 hours and 52 minutes. The S21 Ultra has a 5,000 mAh battery, but stay tuned for the real-world battery drain test when we get our hands on the phone. So beyond deciding whether you prefer Android or iOS, there are a lot of neat features to weigh up on these two premium phones. And remember, these are just the specs on paper. Be sure to check out our full reviews to see how these phones perform in the real world and help decide which one is right for you.